Hey guys, bringing another SuperHawk video. We're going to start reassembling stuff from this point on. I hope it's been helpful. I know there's been some questions. I'm answering them as best as I can. Thank you for that. I love the comments, the questions. Hopefully, even just seeing some of the pictures where things go, it will help you guys out. We only have a few videos left after this on the bike, and then I'm going to move on to another project. And I know I'm throwing in some pizza videos, that flag video. I just like to make things in general, be it food or material objects. So bear with me on that. And if you have any other questions, comments, let me know. I love it. I love the feedback.
Another day. I'm eating a cookie that my youngest son made, homemade, just from scratch. Pretty good. And you're like, what is he looking at? Well, I can't see, it's too dark. He got his own cookie made, especially for him, with a piece of dog food on top. My son's gonna pee him. All right, Theo. Wow, did you chew it? Hey. Is it good? Boy, he's pretty messy, isn't he? No manners whatsoever. Look at the mess. You left the mess there. Wow. That's it. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. No, now he wants the rest of my cookie. No, get out of here. That's mine. All right. So today, because when I took this apart, stupid me, didn't label all these hoses, and I'm really kind of lost for what hose goes where. So I'm going to slowly, one by one, eliminate them. I'm going to put like a number 1 here and a number 1 here, and wherever they match up, I match my numbers up until I have no hoses left. But there are hoses literally everywhere. Sorry while I'm chewing. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this goes on here. I just shoved that on. 9. There's spots here. There's spots there. There's another spot up here. I am thoroughly... Oh, and then don't forget the carburetors. They've got hoses here. I got a hose here. I got a hose here. Oh, yeah. And then there's this hose. No idea where this goes. I am thoroughly lost. So, between Partzilla and the VTR owner's manual, the Haynes manual, and the SuperHawk forum online, I'm going to try to have to figure this out. Man, I don't know. I know some of these you can get rid of with this system that basically there's an air suction valve here on the bottom. You can actually pull all this off, block some ports, pull out these 2 hoses, which recirculate the gas from the cylinder head back into the airbox, of course. I'm not going to do that because I want to see how the bike runs like it's supposed to. I would love to remove some of these hoses. It's so tempting, but I'm not going to do it. Also, from what I was reading, it's a bear to get these carbs back on. And these are the original boots. They're probably rock hard. I don't want to spend $45 on new boots. These aren't cracked or anything. So I'm going to try, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to try to... People suggest a little soap and water on here, lube them up, and just try to get them to slide on. The front one in first at an angle, and then you can push down on the back one. I'm not real hopeful, to be honest with you. I might take them off. I don't even want to take them off, to tell you the truth, because I'm afraid I can't get the bottom on. Set them in the sun or something, or just roll the bike out in the sun. How about that? It's going to be 95 today, folks. Not pleasant. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I got to figure out where these hoses go. I hate water-cooled bikes. Did I ever tell you that? A lot of this extra stuff is the water-cooled, all the red, obviously, and then the recirculation of the gases. I miss the days when there were simple things. All right. This will take me a while. I am going to... I don't even know how I'm going to show you this. So here are all my numbers. This is 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Literally. Tank's upside down, just to give you an idea. So 9. Okay, not sure how I'm going to do this. So the carbs would be sitting on the bike like such. These two go into the sides of the tank. These will be obvious when you flip the tank over. 11 is popping up here. 11 goes to the fatter hose connection here. Here's the tube from the carbs. Now 12 is interesting. It's a small little connection. Don't mind this tube right now. I'm trying to drain some gas. 12 is easy to identify because it's a fat tube that they put an adapter on into a smaller tube. That's number 12. And then 13 is the one that tricks people a lot. So you have this guy here. That's never used. This is a vent. And a lot of people mistakenly attach hose 13 to here and it dies out. 13's on the side. And 13 is this tiny little hose that runs here, comes back, and it runs into the side of the rear cylinder, right to the CV boot, right there. That's a tiny little hose, and it is going to pop up here. That's 13. And then, let's take this out of the way. Then you've got the air box. This is the valve that people remove. I should turn this around. Oh, this is the valve that people remove. So this guy, when you set it on, it goes like this, which hits those two back there. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on a second here. I don't know how much I lost here. Number 8 is the tube sticking straight up towards the coolant overflow. And that actually goes on the carburetors. Looking at the carb setting on the right way. It's here at the bottom, right by the throttle position sensor. There's a little metal valve that sticks off the side. That's that one. And then number 7 is right here. And that's the tube that naturally kind of comes over, bends over, and ends up crossing it. These are actually coolant tubes. So if you follow them, this goes down to the water pump, this goes to the thermostat, and basically this is just the coolant routing. And then between them you actually have this tube, which I didn't bother taking off, but that just connects the two coolant lines. So here's a coolant line in, a coolant line out, or vice versa, one or the other. These two tubes in the middle vent, they just sit like that. They're not connected to anything. And I sure hope that helps people. Like I said, if you leave a lot of these short tubes on, and if they've been on the bike for any time, they're going to have a natural curve, and you're going to kind of see. That's what I was able to do with probably 80% of them. The other 20% I had to look up and figure out where they went. So I have to connect the throttle linkages first, grease up my boots, and see if I can slide this thing on. Not looking forward to this, to be honest with you. Alright guys, I don't want to jinx myself, but the carbs actually just went on. It took like 1 minute. I used the trick of some water and laundry or dishwashing soap, mostly dishwashing soap, and rub it around the inside and top edge of each CV boot, and just a little bit around the outside edge of the actual carb body. Put the front one in first at an angle, so have your carb like this, kind of go in an angle, give it a nice push, and then push down it. You'll feel it just pop in place. Hint: before you do that, make sure you have the metal collar on that tightens against the throttle, or against the carb, and make sure it's in a position such that you can get to the screw head from this angle over here. So basically, I positioned it so I should be able to get a screwdriver in here at this angle and do it. It stinks to be around here, and they're bare to turn. The same with the back one. That's hint number 1. Hint number 2, make sure you put your throttle cables on ahead of time. And we got those. Everything works good. Okay. No binding, they're smooth. And hint number 3, make sure you put on the front choke cable connection first, because you'll never be able to get to it down here. The back one, routing, I'm going to try routing this way, and I'll be able to attach it through here still. I didn't want to put it on until after the carb's in, because these stupid plastic connections are so fragile that I didn't know how rough I was going to have to be with the carb, and I just did not want to break. This is the new one I had to replace. I did not want one to break. So I'm going to get the 2 CV boot rings tightened and the choke cable connection in. Then I need to attach the hoses to the underside of the carb. I think I can get to all of them down there. There's 7 to 7. And then, sorry, we're upside down here, guys. I'll turn around. Number 8 is right here, and here's the connection for number 8. So that should be, I should be able to get those two on without issue. All the other connections go up to the airbox or the fuel tank. Now when that's done, I'm going to put my new gaskets in here, and then it's actually time to mount the airbox. It's making me nervous because it's going back together, and that means I'm getting closer to trying to start it. Alright, so choke cable in. When you do put the choke cable in, pull the rubber grommet cover back. Put that in a nice angle, and you should be able to, I could get my fingers in here if I'm standing up, and I can turn it this way. So I'm going to try that. Don't know if you'll be able, oops. Don't know if you'll be able to see in here. Right there is my tightening for the CV boot. Also, I just realized, don't forget to attach your throttle position sensor right here into the side. I'll lay this over here so I don't forget to do that, because then I will see it.